Hey,
Hey,
I'm Aiden,
I'm Diana.
and you're listening to
Okay,
Okay.
and
And okay, so before we start, I just want to apologize in advance because I have the hiccups and they won't go away. Um, also, I realized after watching back some of the footage from last time, I move around a lot and I touch my face a lot and I make a lot of faces, and I need to stop doing that. Very awkward.
I do that too. I need to stop.
Also, I thought that the video was not inverted. Apparently, it is inverted. And I was very upset because I look very, very, very hot with my side part on one side, but not on the other. So I was like,
I
mm.
told you. I'm just laughing.
Okay. So last time our episode was kind of short. Um, but I don't know if this one's going to be long or short, but we're talking about.
Aliens
Uh,
and paranormal stuff.
Yeah, thanks for saving me there. Like my hiccups. Uh, like they were gone for because I had them earlier, and they were gone when I was in practice, and then I got out of the shower and I couldn't stop. It's been bothering me this whole time, and like
Drink water upside down. That's what I do.
I don't have any water.
Do you have no water, like at all?
No, I have water, but I don't have water near me, which is because I realized I drink a lot of water during the podcast. I'm just like the whole time. So I don't really want to do that. Because it's really uncomfortable when you watch it back and you're just kind of like, what is he doing? Okay, so we'll start off with aliens first because I feel like there's less to talk about. And then we'll go to paranormal activity because I feel like there's a lot more to talk about there, especially because I've had experiences, you've had experiences. We just get to tell all. So,
I agree.
do you believe in aliens?
I don't know if I do.
You can see my.
Like I, oop, um, like yeah, I feel like there's another form of life out there. But like aliens, like ET aliens, no, I don't think so.
Okay, so I've I've been interested in this for like a really long time, ever since like I was in elementary school. I was like, yeah, aliens, aliens are like real. So I think aliens are real because like you can't tell me that like um there's not nothing out there. Like if there's another life form out there, like there has to be something like living, you know. And I don't mean like
Yeah.
scientists like to be like, oh, we found like an organism on Mars. I don't care about no organism. I care about species of like
Hmm.
animals or like another humanoid thing. And so I don't know because I mean, we came from fish. We've
That's right, huh?
so I mean, I don't know if there's another planet out there where like they evolved and somehow also turned into like a human type of thing, bipedal creature. Um, but yeah, and if there are, I definitely think they are way smarter than us.
Yeah.
I saw something. There's like a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I don't know if these videos are real or like if the people in the videos are real, but they're like saying like, oh yeah, like the government knows like there's aliens out there, and like there's like two, three different species of aliens that um the government is working with.
Mhm.
Sorry, that was my Alexa. um,
What happened?
my brother's having a difficult time choosing classes for his freshman year. He thinks high school's
I
stupid
see.
because um, how dare he do 2 years of Spanish?
Oh my. Well, if he can pass, if he's pretty good at it and does good, he'll only have to take 2 years instead of four.
Yeah, Spanish was easy. So, anyways, I just made a face. I'm sorry. Anyways, back to the aliens. Do you know about the Men in Black like conspiracy theory? No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you that it's really scary. So you know the movie Men in Black, right?
No.
Oh, okay. So there's a movie called Men in Black with like Will Smith and some other dude, I forgot his name, but they work in like a government like type of thing, and they like hunt not hunt down aliens, but they like work with aliens and stuff like that. And like there's like three different movies and there's different plots, but like sometimes aliens can take like on human form. So like the human next to you could be like an alien or something like that. Anyways, apparently the Men in Black are like real like things, people, and they work for the government. And whenever someone like makes like a report about like seeing like a UFO or like an alien or something like that,
Mhm.
the Men in Black come and they like silence you. It's very
I
creepy.
see.
I learned about it in like it's like sixth grade. Shane Dawson made a video on it, and that's obviously I don't watch Shane Dawson now, but because he's not a very good person. But at the time, like most people, I was very involved with his like conspiracy theory videos because they were like spooky. But that one really freaked
Mhm.
me out because they are like apparently they don't like have like normal human eyes. Like their eyes are very like dark and like scary looking, and they're like 6 feet tall, like like muscular, and they are terrifying. So I was like, oh,
I haven't heard of that. That sounds interesting though. Scary.
the Men in
Also,
Black movie
I
are
know
good though.
I need to watch them. I've heard of them, but I've never watched them. Also, I know there's like a documentary on Netflix that my siblings were telling me about some like family or lady that was like abducted by aliens. I should have watched it so I could have talked about it. But I don't know. My brother was like really into it and he was like really serious about it. He was like, nah, I think it's real. Like she really got abducted by aliens. So maybe if I watch that documentary, I can learn more and I can see more.
I always see like predictions that like aliens are gonna like come down to Earth, or like aliens are gonna be like announced by the government like that they're real. And like in this decade, I don't know if that's really gonna happen. But I mean, like, if we c- confirm aliens are real to like our planet, like everything is gonna change.
Oh yeah.
Like, like I, yes. Hold on. Back to what I was saying before the beep who had a lot to say about me in the press the other day. Sorry, Nicki Minaj. Um, um, but yeah, life as we know it will change. Like, imagine like being born, because when like you don't Because like when we were born and we were growing, we're like, oh my god, do you think aliens are real? And then like babies will come in the world and be like, yeah, my alien homie over in room 203 with Miss Auskos learning alien language. Like it's gonna be cool. Like I know that if there are aliens, they know that we exist, but we don't know that they exist. So it's kind of like
That's true.
that that mirror where you can like see through, but they can't see. Like once I can
Hmm.
see through, yeah.
I
Do you
didn't think
think
of that.
like humans and aliens would like be allowed to like get married?
Eventually, it would become a thing. At first, it'd be like weird. I'd be like, "What the heck?"
I mean, only if the
But I feel like a couple years later.
only if the aliens, I was about to say aliens, only if the aliens are like human, of course. No alien bestiality.
Yeah.
Like obviously the humans would have to be like us for everything to, work. But do you think there are gonna be like do you think like people are gonna treat it like how they treat like LGBTQ? Marrying an alien's a sin.
From how today's society is, I'm pretty sure.
Like I know someone's gonna pull up the Bible and be like, in the Bible, section yada yada yada, it says you cannot marry unearthly beings.
No, yeah, it'll happen.
Um, have you seen the movie Signs?
No, but I know my sister always tells me to watch it.
When like my grandpa has it, and I would like watch it when I went over there. It's a really good movie. Also kind of funny, but like they live on the farm, and then like they have like a field, and they go outside and there's like a bunch of signs in like the cornfield, like made by like the UFO, like the basic like circles and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And so like they're preparing because they're like, oh my god, like the aliens are coming, like they're coming, we have to prepare. And they put on like tinfoil hats and stuff. And then at the end of like the movie, like the person's son, he's like sick, or he has like asthma, and like
Hmm.
the alien gets into their house and is like chasing but the alien gets the son and they go upstairs and the son's like in like the alien's arms and the alien had like stabbed him in the side. It's kind of funny, but he ends up being okay. But I was like, dang, this alien wanted this family from Kansas, and for what? The
No, I
corn?
haven't seen it though.
Um, oh, and there's like a dog in it, and like the dog's the reason they find out about the alien because he like runs into like the cornfield. He's like, back, 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 back. And they're like, where are you going? Where are you going, Sparky? That was British, but they they ran into the cornfield and they're like, whoa, whoa, signs. It's crazy.
I haven't seen it.
No, you should
I
watch it.
think
It's
the
good.
only alien movie I've ever seen was E.T. And that was like years ago.
Have you seen that movie Aliens in the Attic?
No, see, I've heard of all these movies, but I've never seen them.
Okay, so Aliens in the Attic is like a kids movie. It's animated, but it's like I forgot like what happens in it, but like it's funny. But yeah. So I think we covered a lot on aliens. Do you want to go to the paranormal stuff?
Yes,
Okay. Do you believe do you believe in ghosts and demons? And
definitely.
I thought you had to say no. I was like,
I no, I do. I really do.
right, because I do too.
It's funny because I know my dad believes in that stuff, but he goes, if ghosts were real and all that paranormal stuff was real, then we would be walking around the world with ghosts everywhere. So pretty much like, have you seen like Paranorman?
Mhm.
you know how he sees ghosts. My dad like pretty much imagines like that, and it's like it doesn't work like that though.
Yeah. I mean, that's
But
an
I
interesting
know
way
he
to put
believes
it.
in them.
I've never heard anyone
Yeah,
say it
he was
say it
like,
like that.
if ghosts are real, then we'd be walking around Earth with them, and they'd be everywhere.
I mean, he low-key got a point. Not a very good one, but it's still a point nonetheless.
Yeah, I
Um,
was like,
I'm sorry if you can hear my siblings fighting, but um, I think that there's a ghost in my house. A nice ghost. I've been seeing him a lot recently. So, like,
no, thank you.
you know how I have quinceañera stairs?
Yep.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I have stairs that are like octagonal, like kind of. So they look like quinceañera stairs, is what we like to call them. And then they come up to this platform, and you go up to another step, and then you turn left, and it's just a normal staircase. But at the edge of my quinceañera stairs, you look over to the corner of our like not living room. It's kind of like a den, I guess you could say. And in the corner, whenever I'd come down at nighttime down my stairs, I would see a figure. Whoa. I would see a figure standing there, like a completely black figure. I think I'm standing there. And then if you turn to your right and you're looking straight down my quinceanera stairs at the edge of our tables where our dining table is, I see him sitting at the front of the table. And that's
No.
like he doesn't do anything. And like I know it's like before we were like, what if it's a girl? Like it's a he, I can tell. He just gives off that vibe. Like he's kind of built like a man. Um and like one time I was sitting on my couch and like I saw something walk past me out of like my peripheral vision. I thought it was my dad. I was like,
hmm
because I was like 11:30 or like midnight. So I was like really like it's like, why is my dad down here? And I got kind of like scared. And I look and there was nothing there. I was like, and then the like I've been like going down to like my kitchen at like night to go get like water or like get like a quick snack. And I've been seeing thing walks around. So he's been a little active recently. I think he's trying to get his summer body ready for hot girl summer.
That's scary. See, I would not. I just know I can't deal with paranormal stuff. Like even if it's just like that, like oh, I know it's like a friendly ghost or something, I would still be terrified. Like the fact that something like energy like that is there. No, thank you. I'm okay.
What if it was like an attractive ghost?
That's a different story.
Ew.
No, it's still scary. Um, I don't really have like I haven't really experienced anything paranormal, but I know for a fact that my siblings have. My siblings used to live in LA and my let's start with my nephew. Okay. So he in his old house he had a bunk bed, so he would sleep on the top bunk. Like the bottom of his bunk bed was like taken out, so it was like a desk area.
Mhm.
Anyways, so the one day we were watching Annabelle.
Love that
Um,
movie.
I don't. I have not seen it since that day, and I will never watch it ever again. Anyways, we were watching Annabelle, and there's a scene where like this like demon pops up, right? And he was like, "Oh my god, like I saw it, I saw it." He's like freaking out. Anyways, that night, um, from what I've heard, he woke up to like he felt someone laying next to him,
Mhm.
and he turned around and he saw like a big, just like black figure, just like laying next to him. And he says that all he remembers was like walking down the stairs of his like bunk bed and crawling into his parents' bed and falling asleep.
Cuddle buddies.
And I was like, really? I was like, you're joking. But no, like the next day he said, like my brother was like, no, like he walked up into our bed, like not saying anything. We were asking him if he's okay and he wouldn't talk. He just like crawled into our bed and fell asleep right next to us. My brother was like, yeah, he saw the devil. And I was like,
Not even a regular ghost. He
my
said Satan. He saw Satan there.
yeah. And my brother, him, and then my cousin, they both saw similar things. My brother saw the same thing at his doorway, and then my cousin saw the same thing under her bed.
Under the
That
bed.
one
That's
freaked me out.
scary.
Yeah, because she was like, she shared a room with her brother.
Hmm.
Um, by the way, this is my little cousin, and she hears this, she knows this story. Um, but they shared a room, and I guess at the time they had a small dog, like a Chihuahua. I don't remember, but they had a small dog at the time. I remember her telling me that she had a bunch of things under her bed, like boxes of like toys and stuff. So it was pretty much like a person cannot be under there because they would not be able to fit under there from all the things that she had. So apparently one night she heard something under her bed, but she was like, you know, nothing can be down there because I just have boxes under there. Nothing can fit under there. And she looks under and she like picks up her bed skirt and she sees a face just like smiling at her. And I was like, bruh, oh hell no. And she said that like she couldn't sleep after that. She was like curled up in the corner of her bed. And from there on, like she like it was really hard for her to sleep in her room. Just like imagine, like you're like, oh no, they can be under my bed. Like that's what I always think of. Like whenever I feel something under my bed, I'm just like, there can be nothing on my bed because I have a bunch of like stuff under there. But then I think of that story and I'm like, I'm okay.
See, I feel like seeing like a face is so much different than seeing like a figure. Like if I saw a face,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be terrified. Luckily, I've never seen one. But actually, Annabelle thing. The first time I watched The Conjuring, there's like a little Annabelle part in it. I like at my old house. I also slept on a bunk bed on the top, and you
Mm-hmm.
could see straight into the bathroom from where I was sleeping. And I wouldn't close like my door because like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like to close my door. And like I woke up for like every night for a week straight, and I would look into the bathroom and I thought Annabelle was sitting on my counter. Obviously, there was nothing there; it was just like my head. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Now my other house though, um, the one that I lived at before I came here, there was another figure, but he was tall and very skinny. And when I mean tall, I mean like tall, tall. Like he was like taller than like the the door frames,
Mm-hmm.
and like he was pretty chill too. He would just like walk in the hall back and forth, didn't really do much. I said, yes, get your steps in. I know you got a Fitbit on. Like, yeah, like sometimes I'd just be laying at the edge of my bed and I look at my door and like I'd see him like walk by. I'm like, so true.
I don't know how you just see it that way. I can't. Like I'd be terrified.
Well, obviously, like at first I'm like shocked. Like the other night when I saw some walk by, I was like, what? Whoa, 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 slow down. But then I was like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just him. Like I've lived in this house since 2017, and like I guess I've just like gotten used to it. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like the first time I saw him, I was like, there's literally a man in the corner. But I do think he likes to play games on me though, because I like when I'm coming upstairs and it's nighttime, I know something's watching me. I know they're not
Uh,
gonna do anything, but I'm still scared. I'm like, he's my bestie. He's not gonna hurt me, but he knows I'm still scared. So I run up the stairs still.
See, no. Oh, that's terrifying. I don't like that. Um, what else? Same thing with my cousin, her sister. And I'm going to say names if they're family members.
I mean, it's up to you.
Okay, Sophie. We're gonna go with Sophie, right? I'm pretty sure she watches these. Anyways, my little cousin. I don't know if this relates to any like paranormal, demonic type of stuff, but I'm sure this girl was. Whew, I have a couple stories about her actually. We went to Mexico a couple years back. This was Cancun. And if you've gone to Cancun, you know about Cancun, you know about like the Mayan ruins and the pyramids, right? So, you can take the tour of seeing the pyramids and whatnot. And we were all in a group, and all of a sudden we lost her. She was like really young. She was like 7, around there.
Mm-hmm.
And we lost her. We're like, oh, shoot, where'd she go? And we look around, and she's like behind a tree or like a couple feet away from us, and she's just talking to herself. Like she's talking to someone. She's like, yeah, like, you look over here. It's not paranormal, but it's like we were talking. But it's funny because the guides were like, oh yeah, like you can still like feel people here or see people here, or there's kids that you see around here. So we're like, oh shit, like she's possessed or she's talking to someone. But she's slept walk a lot. Like her brother has found her like kneeling at the corner of her bed, just staring into the corner of the wall. And her sister has like slept with her and seen her just like randomly like just sit up on the corner of the bed. And
She
she
might.
has like a little girl like with long hair. It's like that movie, The Rings.
Maybe she's
And
like.
like she'll walk up. Go?
I was like, maybe she's like a vessel for like ghosts. She's just like. She's.
Probably.
She said, "Yeah, come on, I'll be a little puppet."
I don't know if she's done it recently, but yeah, I know she sleep walks a lot or used to. It's
When you guys were at
scary.
the temples, you was it the Mayans who made the calendar, or was it the Aztecs?
The Aztecs.
Okay, she was all like, "So is it real? Like, just how'd y'all make that calendar? How'd y'all look at that stars? Please tell me." She said, "Does the world really end in 2012?"
I wonder what they were talking about. I'm asking, be like, hey, what were you guys talking about? I want to know.
She said, "How'd y'all make that irrigation system? Y'all didn't. Y'all didn't have the drills and the big trucks to pull out the dirt." No,
Oh
the
god.
Aztecs are cool. They did a lot of stuff. Really interesting. We should do an episode on that. But that's something we ought to
We
do research
should.
on.
Oh yeah. I had to get my AP World History notes out.
Literally. Um, there is a abandoned school. Um, not gonna say the location, but like it's near us, and it's like you can't really see it because it's like kind of like off the road and like yeah. Anyways, so my uncle, he was like really like into paranormal stuff. He still is, but like he was like, yeah, we're gonna go to this abandoned school. And I was like, I don't want to go. Like, I don't want to go because like at the time I was a huge scaredy cat. I was like, I don't want to go. Like the ghosts are gonna get me. And so he goes, no, you're going. Like in the car. I was like, eh. So we get there and we walk in and it's all dark and then like the floor is kind of coming undone, so like you could like almost fall into the basement. It was gross. There was like graffiti everywhere. There were bats and like bat poop all over the floor, and it was like scary because like it was like abandoned and stuff.
Hmm.
And we're looking around and we don't see anything. And he's like recording, trying to like find ghosts. And anyways, we didn't get anything. But when we were leaving, we're driving away. I look back and I see a little girl in the window.
Oh hell no!
I said, "Hey, bestie." Hey. And good thing we were driving away.
Oh,
She was just like standing there, like in the window. I was like, okay, dramatic, and for what? Like it's kind of like the movies. It's kind of like in the movies, like where like you drive away and you see something, you're like,
mhm.
damn, this is real life. You don't gotta be that dramatic.
How are you like? Hey bestie, like hell nah. I'd be like, I started crying.
I mean, I was like at the time, I was like, I wasn't freaked out because like I was in the car and I knew I was safe, but I was very like confused. And I told my uncle, I was like, I just saw someone in the window. He's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. I was like, yes, I did. And he's like, no, you didn't. I was like, yes, I did. He's like, no, you didn't. But I saw something.
No, that's too
Um,
scary. I can't deal with that.
I've also been to like haunted places, but I've never like experienced anything there. Like I went to one in like Arizona. It was like an abandoned like saloon type of town. Nothing. But I mean, yeah, ghosts are cool.
I can't say the same. I'm like terrified of that stuff. Um, a lot of my stories are like family stories, so I don't know if they're 100% real, but I know my one of my aunts, she has a pretty small backyard, and she has like this one tree all the way in the back. And in her living room, she has like the big sliding doors, like the glass ones, so you can see through. So there's been many stories where like family members would go over, and like if you would look outside the sliding door mirror at night, you would see a little boy sitting on the branch of the tree. So every time like I'd go over, like I would want they have like a curtain over, so I'd be like, close the curtain. I'm not trying to see no little boy. But every time I'd be like, yeah, like if you look outside at night, like sometimes you see a little boy sitting on the tree. Oh hell nah, no thank you. And apparently she was into like witchcraft. My aunt.
She summoned a friend for you to play with, and you closed the curtain on him.
Mm-mm. I'm
Rude.
glad I never went there often. I was like,
Where is the
damn,
hospitality?
that's scary. Ugh, I don't want to see that.
Do you want to come back as a ghost?
I want to come back as an animal.
I want to come back as a ghost, but like, see, I'll be a nice ghost and like, help out or like do whatever, I'll be like a cool ghost. Only if no one does me dirty. If someone does me dirty, I will literally come back and haunt you and make your life miserable. I'm not going to come back as a ghost. I'm going to come not back as a demon. I'm coming back as a full blown poltergeist, top tier
Oh my god.
on the hierarchy of ghosts, a poltergeist. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to make all your cabinets move, have the knives fly out onto the ceiling. I'm going to record
Oh
you in your
hell no.
sleep with your phone. So when you wake up, you see the little floating phone in the air.
You're giving me ideas. Now I want to be a ghost.
Um,
That'd be fun.
like
Sad.
a good horror movie, like, yeah, you can make a movie about like a serial killer or like a monster, but the good horror movies are ghost related. Ah, they get me every time.
Mm-hmm.
They are so excellent. I love. I used to be really scared of The Conjuring and like the Conjuring movies, but I'm not anymore. Like I, I think they're like pretty cool and like they give me kind of like adrenaline. I'm like, ooh. Like I'm not like turn it up, but I'm like, oh yeah,
Mm-mm.
that was fun. I also watched the Annabelle movies all by myself, which was like weird. I remember I told you I was like, I just watched all the Annabelle movies.
I'm horrible with paranormal stuff. I hate watching paranormal movies. Like it doesn't matter if it's daytime, if I'm with a group of people, I will be terrified no matter what.
Yeah, because when we watched The Conjuring that one time, you were when the little demon jumped off the cupboard in the movie.
When did we watch The Conjuring?
in August of 2019, I think. It was before I'm just gonna say her name. Before Valerie's 16. Marsha Conjuring at her house.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because no one saw it, and I saw it. Shit jumped out. It scared me.
It was also in the dark too. And then we had to walk down the hill in the dark.
Yeah, her house is all dark. Oh, hell no. Never watching a scary movie there.
Um, yeah, like ghosts are so cool. I'd like
No, they're
I
not.
understand why like people are scared of them because it's like the unknown. But like I like the idea of like coming back, and I don't know if it's because ghosts have like unfinished business. I like the stories on like BuzzFeed Unsolved and like Ghost Adventures when they like explain like the history of a place or like the history of like a person and then like the ghosts and like why they do certain things. And I'm like, you're giving me ideas. Giving me ideas. Um, but yeah, like they're cool. Like imagine dying and be like, no, get me back down there.
Well, that sucks though. Like you're just living on forever. You never die. You just
And you get to mess with a new generation of people every time. Unless you're somewhere like
that's true.
abandoned, and then that's gonna suck.
Oh, that's right, huh? Mm-mm. Scary. I don't like paranormal stuff.
I used
I
to
know,
like
like,
go.
um, I don't know if it's really, I don't know if it's really like paranormal. Can't speak, but like my aunt or like yeah, my aunts. There's been times where like they'll hear or like they'll get like someone has like a certain smell. Like you'd be like, oh, this smells like someone. Yeah. Well, like they'll get certain like sometimes I just like a random smell of like my grandma, my grandpa who passed away, or like they'll hear them talk to them or shit like that. And it's like it's scary, but like it's kind of cool. Like you know.
Um, so like my so okay, so when I was born, I lived my mom and dad lived next to my mom's parents, like right next door, and then we moved, and then we moved again, and then we moved into my mom's parents' house. Like they were like my mom's mom was renting it out to us, and they didn't live there. It was just us. They had moved somewhere else, and so at this time, my grandpa, my mom's dad, had already died like a few years prior. Um, but it's gonna be crazy because you know how like ghosts come in like orbs, like you can like when you like record, you see like a little orb flying, and it's not like a
Hmm.
piece of like dust or something. It's like a bright colored orb that's not there when you
Hmm.
record. Anyways, Frozen was huge at the time, like huge. And my little sister was like 1 years old. She was watching the TV. She was like, "Let it go, let it go." And so my cousins were over, and they were filming her. And we looked back at the video, and we see this huge green orb coming down the stairs. I was like, "Is that is that my grandpa?" I don't know. I just thought that was cool, but because like out of
That's
all the places
scary.
he could like come back to, he would come back to the house that he lived in for a long time.
Well, yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I want to go to like haunted places,
No, I'm okay. I
not
can
at
do that.
nighttime though. That's
I
when you
know
cross the line.
in Mexico, in Guadalajara, where I have family, they have a cemetery that's called El Panteón de Belén. And apparently it's like really popular. People go there for like tours at night of like the cemetery and like you'll see stuff. And I remember the last time I wanted to go and we were so close to going, but I didn't end up going. And I'm going this year to Mexico, so hopefully I can go. During the daytime though, because no thank you, not at night.
There's a place in San Diego, the Whaley House. Um, a BuzzFeed Unsolved did like it's one of the most haunted places in like California and like the United States, I think. It's in San Diego, Old Town San Diego, and like like there's if you watch like Ghost Adventures or you watch BuzzFeed Unsolved, they go over like the history, but it's like there's like a wealthy family who like one of the original people who like lived in San Diego or whatever, like, and they would go from here to like San Francisco all the time. But like their family had like a lot of not drama, but a lot of tragedy. So like a lot of them died there. And so that's why it's like really haunted. And I went one time. I was so disappointed because the house is like small because like people in like the 1800s and stuff, they were like itty bitty midgets. So they didn't need a big house.
Mm-hmm.
But like we were in there, I was like kind of disappointed because nothing happened. Like they're like, oh yeah, if you stand in that corner right there, it gets really cold, and a lot of people think it's the gateway to hell. And so I was standing not like in it, but like next to it, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear the screams of eternal souls in hell being damned for eternity, or why don't I hear it? And why don't I feel cold? Right. And then upstairs and like, oh yeah, son, us one of their sons died when they were like a baby, and they're like, oh, you can hear him like crying, or like you can see like the mom or some girl up there walking, didn't see anything there or didn't feel anything. You got onto the parlor, they call it the parlor, like the den or whatever. They're like, yeah, like sometimes people will see her sitting on the couch, didn't see her sitting on the couch. I mean, I guess they are rare occasions. Like I obviously do think
Mm-hmm.
people have seen them, but I was like, can y'all like do something? Like we pay money to be here. Put on a show. Give me the chills. Make me feel like something's watching me. And then we went outside to his um where his daughter committed suicide on like her wedding day or something because like they weren't gonna get married or anything. I don't know. She was heartbroken, so she like committed suicide. I was like, and apparently you can see a girl in a dress walking out there at nighttime. It wasn't nighttime. But I was like, give me a feeling. Give me the shivers. I want to stand out here and be like, oh, she's here. She's here and she's ready.
Mm-hmm.
She's ready to cry. Nothing. So disappointed. I might have to go again though, but at nighttime.
Oh,
We
that's
should,
scary. That's crazy though, with the stories and stuff.
I don't know. We should go.
No, I'll
Yeah.
FaceTime you guys when you guys are there. You can go with someone else and y'all can FaceTime me. I'll be like, oh my God, look, there's something right there.
If I do go somewhere on it, I want to take like equipment, like like the thermo camera or like thing that will pick up like them talking or like yeah, I want a
I would ask
conversation.
questions like, who's president right now? What's the weather? How does it feel? Is it cold?
Think be like, love, I don't have any skin. I don't know.
Be like, how did you guys paint your nails back in the days? How do you guys go
Hey,
shopping? How much was it? Were hamburgers a thing yet? How much were those? 50
how
cents?
many how many Instagram followers did you have?
They were like, are you here? What are you here for? It's like, I want to ask different questions.
You want to know? Yeah, because you don't want to be like, how did you die? Why are you still here? Because those are the boring questions. I I wonder if like, because you know how like people will like at like historic buildings will have like tours and like you can like see like paranormal activity sometimes. They should
Hmm.
make Instagrams not for the building or the attraction, but they should make an Instagram for the ghosts. And so they should like
Oh
post a
my
picture
God.
of like the hallway and be like, felt cute, might delete later. Like I would love that. It's just like a picture with nobody in it, but it's like the ghost is posting it.
Yeah,
I would do that.
that'd be funny. That'd be cool.
But
Uh,
yeah. Long story short,
yeah.
I'm coming back as a ghost. I will meet a ghost. I will befriend my bestie downstairs. I'll probably see him tonight because he's been, like I said, he's been active recently. He's out. Hot girl summer body.
But okay, how? Cause mm, okay, you know in movies like someone dies in a house or in their home, so like their spirit stays there.
Hmm.
But like, okay, so the guy that's in your house, did he die in your house?
No, because when you buy a house, I think realtors are legally obligated to tell you if someone has died there. Because if someone dies in the house, um, I think the value goes down. I think it's only in cases of murder though.
Did you get a verification code on your cell phone?
Alexa. Um, I know, because like I don't think he died. I mean, maybe he died in the house of like sickness or something. Maybe he like, I don't know. Maybe he lived here and then moved away. And then he was like, oh yeah, I ain't got nowhere else to go. So I'm gonna just go back to Aiden's house.
Imagine how haunted like hospitals are.
I find it so hard to believe like new buildings, like buildings built in like 2010 are like haunted because like it's kind of stretch. It's like how you gonna have like all this new high fancy technology and then ghosts? Ghosts and technology do not go hand in hand. To me personally.
That's true.
Um, but yeah, I mean,
Makes sense.
you might have a ghost in your house, probably in your backyard, because your backyard's really big.
Why would you say that? Mm,
I don't know if it I don't know if it's true, but like people with big backyards tend to have like ghosts in there, just walking around.
I know. Oops. Because we've had this house for a long time. You know, I lived in here all my life, and I have a lot of cousins. So I have stories of like my cousins coming over and like they'll tell me like, yeah, when I was younger and I'd come over to your house, like we were all scared to look into your backyard. I remember we sleep in the living room and we would all hate to look into your backyard at night because of my sliding door. I was like, you think I'm not? But I know like one of my cousins would go outside in the back and she like start talking to herself or talking to someone. I have an imaginary friend. Maybe that's the same person.
I'm not gonna front like at nighttime, your backyard's scary. Not
Yeah,
not like your patio though. It's just like the farther
the
part.
where the yeah. I remember that was one of my was it my quince? Did I have a jumper on my quince?
No.
Okay, so then it's probably my nephew's baby shower. We had a jumper, or I don't know. We had a jumper one occasion, and the jumper was right, where my cement ends.
Yeah.
It was right there, and I was too scared to go into the jumper at night. And we were right there. It was right there, and I was too scared to go into it.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? When Monster passed, where his little gravestone is all the way in the back in the corner.
Yeah.
I like told myself like I was gonna go say goodnight and good morning to him every day, which meant that I had to go back there at night by myself. And the first night I was like, why the hell did I make that promise to myself that I was gonna go say goodnight to him at night? And I did it. I walked away by myself and it was terrifying. I can't believe I did it. But no, yeah,
No,
everyone tells me like
he's all the way back there too. Like
I'm bruh, I walked outside and I was like, why the hell did I make this promise? I was terrified. I had to walk all the way to the back. It was pitch black. But I was like, I'm doing it for him. Like, I'm doing it for him. And I did it. I ended up doing it. But
you're like,
shit
good
was
night, monster,
terrifying.
and run.
Yeah. I was like, hi, I miss you. Okay, good night. I ran. It's scary. I don't know how my dad used to do it. Because my dad would get up at like 4 in the morning when it was still dark, and he had to go feed the goats and chickens. Like, mm-mm,
There's like a difference in like morning darkness and nighttime darkness.
that's true.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't have any more stories that I can think of right now. Do you?
One quick one before we end it, because speaking of my backyard, I don't know if me and my cousin were just tripping, but Sophie, she would come over a lot. She would come over a lot, and we were always outside. You know, two little girls always doing like fashion shows and all that stuff, right? And I remember, I don't know what we bought, that we had like a big cardboard box. I don't know if it was like a stove or something. I don't know. But we had like a big cardboard box. And we were like, hey, like we should make like a car out of it. Cause we had like random little wheels around the backyard. So we're like, let's just build something out of this cardboard box. And you know, like my little kitchen outside. Okay, so for y'all that don't know, I have like this like
Just like an outside bar.
kitchen. Yeah, pretty much. And so we were outside by ourselves, and it was like, I don't know, maybe like 4. It was so kind of light outside. And I swear, like I saw someone peek over, like from the inside, peek over from like
The
the
counter.
bar area, yeah, whatever. And I was like, and I looked at Sophie, and I was like, I saw something over there, and she got all scared. And I kept looking down, and she's like, oh my god, I saw it too. I was like, oh hell nah. And the bad thing about me is that like I am everyone for themselves. Like if we're in a zombie apocalypse, like everyone for themselves. I am not coming back to save you. Like, mm-mm. So I ran, and she starts crying because I left her back. But like I swear, like I saw something peek over, and ever since that day, I would like hate to look over there. I'm over it now, but for like the longest time, I'd be like terrified of that little area.
Little midget.
It was scary. That's even scarier. I remember I had like the biggest fears of like
Or I
working
probably, I don't know if I should say midget. A little dwarf, perhaps?
I was scared of, well, in Spanish they're called duendes, like the little leprechauns, little people.
A mini person.
I was like
Um,
terrified of
it
them.
was probably Julio from on my block, the little gnome.
Oh my god. Stop.
Uh,
That's even more scarier.
all right. Well, I think that's it. Um,
Yes.
yeah, thank you for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to uh like, comment, and subscribe. Um, we post podcasts and episodes or like film every Saturday on our YouTube, and the audio is uploaded on our podcast on Spotify and Apple Music. Um, and when you search up OK and with a little question mark, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok uh, at Aiden Muniz, AIDEN MUNIZ, and you can find me on Twitter at Aiden Muniz, AIDEN MUNIIZ. Um, it would also, or me and Diana's socials will also be in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. Diana.
My Instagram is Palacios __ Diana. My Twitter is Palacio _ then the S _ then Diana. And then my TikTok is Diana __ Palacios.
Period. Um, okay, also a quick thing of realness for a second. Um, there's been a lot of Asian hate going on in the world. So I will also link some organizations and some resources if you don't know what's going on, so you can educate yourself and learn a little bit more. I will also, yeah, I will link some of that. And if I find a good organization to donate to, I will also link that down below. as well. Um, so yes, I think that's it. If you're listening on Spotify, I will also make sure to like it and add to your episodes or whatever. If you're on Apple Music, just listen because you can't really do a lot on there. So yeah, thank you and
Yeah.
goodbye.